Yo, what up? It's Taran. We're all familiar with sex in the media. I'm sure we've all seen the sex scenes in the Hollywood movies where characters just go at it without any communication beforehand. Well, in real life, communication is an important key to maintaining a sexual relationship. Communication allows us to ask and give for consent. Consent is regularly checking in with your partner. It is not briefly a yes or a no. It is making sure that everyone's boundaries are not being crossed and that everyone is having a good time. It is about making sure that our own boundaries are respected and that we're respecting the boundaries of others.
Hey, this is Sam. Giving consent when you're having sex with someone else is a lot about boundaries. It's what you feel comfortable doing and what you feel uncomfortable doing and figuring out what those are. It's also important to know what your partner's boundaries are so that you don't push it too far.
Boundaries are how we feel in our head, heart, and gut. It is how we want to be treated by others, and it is our right to be treated with respect. And consent is sexy because it makes sex a much safer and more pleasurable time. It is important to remember that just because we're giving consent for one thing does not mean that your partner is giving you consent for everything. For example, if your partner is giving you consent to go down on them, that does not mean that they're giving you consent to go all the way. It has to be an enthusiastic yes, and it has to be in the moment and very verbal. It's not in silence, it's definitely not maybe, and it's definitely not no. All right, here are some examples of ways to check in with your partner. Do you like that?
Do you want me to keep going?
Can I touch you here?
Do you want to switch positions?
Are you comfortable?
Do you want to try something a little bit different?
You're being a bit quiet. Is everything okay?
So here are some examples of what giving consent would look like.
I'm comfortable with just making out, but I'm not comfortable with going all the way yet.
Touch me here.
That feels good. Keep going.
Yes, yes, please.
Woo! Yeah, yes!
Please don't stop. That feels so good.
Now, here are some examples of what is not consent.
Please don't.
I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable.
I don't like that.
I think we're moving too fast.
Don't touch me there.
I guess so.
Can you get off me, please?
I'm not sure about this. Can we slow down?
Stop.
Can you please stop?
I said no, and I meant it.
It is also very important to know that it is against the law to have a sexual encounter with somebody that does not give you sexual consent. However, there are situations where when someone does give you consent, that it is still against the law to have a sexual encounter with them. That could be if someone is overpower on you, like a youth worker, an employer, or a teacher. Also, it is important to remember that it is very risky when your partner says yes, but they've been drinking or using drugs. You need to make sure that before you leave for the party that they've said it's okay, giving you consent, and that when you come home, they're still on the same page so that you both know that what you're doing is safe, consensual, and sexy. It is different when somebody is slurring their words or is stumbling home and they give you consent. This still doesn't mean that they have fully said yes. So if you think that they're a little out of their mind, it's safe to assume that it's just a no. It's also safe to know that the legal age of sexual consent is 16. Let's keep it safe and sexy. Always ask for consent.